Face-off between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is getting fiercer. By the day, political tensions have peaked as following the killing of 3 suspected Tamil poachers in an alleged encounter in Karnataka's Chamarajanagar district. The incident took place in the Shagya forest area of the Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary and comes amid the ongoing Kaveri and Mekadatu Dam dispute as well. Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister Vijay has already called the incident a massacre while demanding an honest probe and assistance for the bereaved families as well. In fact, there's been a very sharp response that has come in from Chief Minister Vijay. This after these 3 suspected poachers were killed in Karnataka. Let's in fact take you through the entire response that's come in from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay. He's not taken kindly to this entire killing. He's saying that it's heartbreaking that Anthony Sami, John Rose, Peter and Kumar, the 3 men who have been killed, who were Tamils residing in villages in the Hanur Taluk of Chamarajanagar district in Karnataka, were shot dead by Karnataka Forest Department officials in the early hours of 15th August in the Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary area. I strongly condemn this massacre. The explanation provided by the Karnataka Forest Department regarding this incident is unacceptable. An honest investigation must be conducted regarding this brutal incident. A high-level investigation committee should be constituted and an appropriate punishment should be meted out to those responsible. The Karnataka government must provide all necessary assistance to the families of the victims. I strongly urge the Karnataka government to take appropriate measures to ensure that no such incident occurs again. That in itself is also raising questions that Chief Minister Vijay is not really willing to accept the explanation that's been shared by the Karnataka government. Let's take this forward and put it into perspective with Dharani, who's joining me live on the broadcast. So Dharani, it's very apparent that Chief Minister Vijay is questioning if these 3 men were poachers at all.
Well, definitely, it looks like the explanation that is being provided by the Karnataka Forest Department in this case is not being satisfactory for the Chief Minister. He says that the explanation provided by the Karnataka Forest Department is completely unacceptable. He goes on to say that a thorough and fair investigation needs to be conducted in this matter and that those responsible for the death of these 3 individuals, these 3 Tamils, should be brought in front of law is what the Chief Minister is telling at this point in time. And the 3 deceased, they are identified as Anthony Sami, John Rose Peter and Kumar. So these are Tamils who were residing in the Hanur Taluk, and as you rightly said yesterday, they were killed in the Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary area. The Karnataka on its side, the Karnataka state is telling that these 3 are poachers, but on the other hand, the Tamil Nadu state government seems to be not satisfied with this sort of an explanation. They want a thorough probe to be done by the Karnataka government into this matter, and they also want an assurance from the Karnataka government that these sorts of incidents will not repeat again in the future, and that we will not see one more such incident involving Tamils in the future from the Karnataka's forest areas.
Absolutely, and there is a lot of pressure being mounted by the opposition as well as far as Chief Minister Vijay is concerned. Stay with me, Dharani. We have more on this news story. Meanwhile, former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin also has joined in the chorus. He's condemned the killings, alleging that the men were shot dead by Karnataka's Forest Department officials. Stalin has demanded that the case be registered as murder and called for a transparent, impartial judicial probe along with compensation and government jobs for the families of the victims. He's also issued a clarification after M.K. Stalin's allegations. Karnataka Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar said that forest officials had provided first-hand information on this entire incident. He says 2 guns, 2 bags of meat were also seized while 1 person managed to escape. D.K. Shivkumar also announced a magisterial level judiciary inquiry, and he said a report had been sought on compensation for the families of the victims. But that's not all. The incident has already sparked anger among Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar's political rivals within the state of Karnataka and DMK leaders in Tamil Nadu. Karnataka leader of opposition R. Ashoka questioned the need for the encounter and alleged that the victims were not given a prior warning before being shot dead. Meanwhile, DMK MP Kanimoy said that no government has the right to take human lives. So clearly, a lot of opposition voices also joining in the chorus as far as Chief Minister Vijay is concerned. Let's also quickly get you some more breaking inputs coming in. We're being told that Karnataka's Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar has ordered a magistrate-level judicial inquiry into the forest firing that killed these 3 people. Shivkumar said the officials' guns have been seized along with 2 bags of meat while 1 person managed to escape. He also said a report has been sought on compensation for the victims' families as well.
ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಇಲಾಖೆಯವರು ಬಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಬಂದೂಕ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಂಸ 2 ಚೀಲ ಮಾಂಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕಾಡು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಮಾಂಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಈ ಥರ ಆದರೆ ಎನ್ಕೌಂಟರ್ಗೆ ಅವರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಯವರು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಜುಡಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕೂಡ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಪರಿಹಾರ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಪುಟ್ಟಣ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಶಾಸಕರು ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಅವರ ಒತ್ತಡ ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ವರದಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಿ. ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ತಲುಪಿದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ವಾಸ್ತವಾಂಶ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ. ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಘಟನೆ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ದಾಖಲೆ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದೂಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಸಾಗಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾವು ಒಪ್ಪಿದೆ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವಶಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಒಂದು ಶರೀರಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಅವರು ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ವಿಚಾರ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆ ಗಮನವನ್ನು ಸೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ.
Okay, so D.K. Shivkumar, of course, sounding very confident that the truth will eventually prevail and that the media has already started focusing on what led to this entire incident. On that note, let's quickly go across to Varshini, who's joining us live on the broadcast. So, Varshini, on one hand, you have M.K. Stalin accusing D.K. Shivkumar that he's only trying to safeguard those who are involved in the killing of these 3 men. But what is it that's making this incident sound so suspicious? You have D.K. Shivkumar on record sharing that there have been certain documents and even guns that have been recovered.
Absolutely, yes. On Saturday, the 15th of August, early in the morning, when the incident took place, there was a huge uproar by the kin of the victims, where they mentioned that they had never been into the forest for hunting and their only occupation is cattle rearing, and that is the reason that this feels like a suspicion. This encounter feels very suspicious, is what were the allegations raised by the families of the victims. On the other hand, the forest officials, including the Karnataka government, now with the Chief Minister himself explaining, has mentioned that they had found raw meat of animals, and also certain weapons that were used for hunting were also found with them when they were when the forest officials found them. In fact, the forest officials mentioned in the early FIR that the victims are the ones, the deceased are the ones who first opened fire, for which the forest department had to retaliate, which led to an encounter. So therefore, the Karnataka government has now instructed for a magistrate level inquiry. Therefore, there could be a detailed investigation into the matter, and it could be figured out what exactly was the reason behind this entire incident happening. And on the other hand, we are also seeing extreme pressure from Tamil Nadu, where the Chief Minister as well as the opposition also are leveling up charges against Karnataka government. In fact, M.K. Stalin going ahead and saying that this should be filed as a murder investigation. Therefore, now there's already a lot of issues between the two governments with regards to Kaveri water and the Meghdadu Dam, and now this kind of a killing at the Kaveri Basin area in Karnataka, that two people who are ethnically Tamils, has definitely created an outrage between these two governments. We'll have to wait and see how the investigation goes and what kind of information is the government and the forest department and the inquiry officials are able to give us to see how this is going to lead. But for now, the Karnataka government is working on an investigation, and also considering, the government is also discussing about what kind of compensation to be given to the deceased people and their families.
We'll have to see what emerges out of the investigation that's been ordered at the magisterial level for now. Many thanks to you, Vashini, for bringing us all of those inputs. With that,